and everything that
Oh
was a
yeah,
little
already.
weird. Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna be a fun season. I know like everyone's freaking out because like Solana go up and down. It's going like the drop season, but there's a lot of things that I've seen that I honestly didn't even know that was possible. I just jumped on this other bundler recently. I watched a video on it this morning, and they're launching like 120 wallets on a Jito block. On a demand situation. So basically, meaning in layman's terms, you don't even need the best RPC at that particular time to be able to essentially not get front rent. So there's a lot of
Right.
different maneuvers that are happening behind the scenes. It's mad wild.
Wow, that's so crazy, man. Especially with the volatility of Solana, and then you got tariffs and all this other stuff. And I don't know if you saw Trump trying to
Yeah,
tariff.
105% on fucking China. Yeah, this is just me, and this correct me if I'm wrong, because I just try not to get too crazy and dabbled into that. But is it just me, or is it just a bunch of? And I'm just saying this from a non-biased perspective, right? But is it just me, or is it just a bunch of male ego going around, right? Basically, if you think about it, if you really just go down to the animalism of it, is it just male ego at the end of the day?
Yeah, whose dick is bigger? Come on, man.
It's like, damn, you're gonna tariff next thing, no tariff, a new tariff, and all this is happening. Bitcoin and crypto is just going down. Like we're looking at the middle of it. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck's going on?
So
Can't you
crazy, man.
centralize, guys? Get your shit together. We need exit liquidity.
You know that. That's what they needed. We do that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, like,
Oh,
come on.
oh man, absolutely,
So yeah. Do you mind if
what?
I share my screen and just show
Absolutely,
you
do your
where I'm?
thing. Absolutely. What bundler again? Were we working with? By the way, was Penguin
Yeah.
nice. Penguin's
Okay.
nice, man.
Cool. Yeah, let me share my entire screen. See if you can see that. Get us started here. So right now, I'm waiting on Houdini swap to go ahead and swap my funds.
Nice,
So that's what
very
I'm waiting
nice.
on. Can you
Have you
still see my
launched with
screen?
Penguin yet? I see your screen.
Yeah, I have. I've done a couple of test launches just to make sure that everything was running. Today
Nice.
I'd
What launch mode did you
love
go
to.
on?
So the one that you recommended to me. So I
You did
did
Blizzard?
yeah,
All RPC. Bam. And
yeah.
how did the launch go when you did that?
I made about 1.5 so on that launch.
Congrats.
There was actually like this meme on Twitter that I took because
Really?
I was using your Twitter tracker on
On
your
X
page.
liquidity?
Yeah, there was this post, the old Nintendo 64 cards. So there was this
Yes.
one restart the bull run, and it was like the guy was like blowing into the picture and like
Uh
putting it into the old school Nintendo 64.
huh. Uh
Took
huh.
that image, ran with it. Made a meme
Wow.
off of that. Real
You know what? I'm so
Yeah,
glad you said that because honestly, I was sitting last night. I kid you not. I went to like this hookah bar just to kind of like I do sometimes. I just gotta go dolo to a hookah bar with my laptop, just hookah up with and just code out. You know what I'm saying? And so I just fucking went to the hookah last night, coded out, and I was thinking to myself, damn, like if I added something, because I feel like besides the people wanting to trade and stuff, the devs
yeah,
really have some exposure to find out real community settlement and actually being able to simply copy and paste the CA and clone it. So you know
yeah.
that, hey, boom. But I was going to go a step further. Let me know what you think about this, right? I want to go a step
Sure.
further and make it something that no one has ever really done, I feel like, but it's so fucking easy to do that if I added text and liquidity, I think it'd be a play, which is basically a deck screener, um, a banner maker. So any dev, even if you are not paying for decks, you could just fucking throw that deck screener ad on the comments. So people, this is the thing about that. It's collateral damage. It's like you saying someone, hey, even if I do rug this shit, you got your image right there to literally save as and then pay decks and go on with your business. It brings more demand to the project knowing that that digital, is there, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I think
That's
I'd
that's
code that and add it to the site quickly so that users could literally just download it free and then boom, whatever ticker you're using, you can just like I believe I can have to figure it out, but there's generative AI coding where I can basically even if it's cropped, like a cropped vertical image, I can generative
yeah.
fill the left and right side so that way it just becomes a horizontal dex banner.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wow, that's crazy, Warren. I didn't know you had coding experience. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like more of a prompter. I'm like a new generating coder. I know people devs will probably hear me talking. They be like, "Oh yeah, well you didn't go with the fucking Python and C++." Like, no, I'm not in the trenches of the coding, but I do know how to talk to AI very well. Like, I'm a professional prompter, so I guess in these days and age, you gotta be one or the other to do some shit.
Yeah, yeah. The
I just
digital
sit back
prompt.
and this shit does it for me. I just prompt it and then I just smoke a hookah and then I sit back and it codes it. And then like 7 times out of 10 is right. And then the other, or 6 times out of 10 is right. And then the other 4 times is like, oh yeah, shit, I gotta go back in, fix this. Basically what coders do.
Okay.
Yeah, but the one I just called yesterday, it was a 10x. We found it on X liquidity. That was the, Labarde, fucking I guess the world's first Barbie, the NBA Barbie, which is a walking meme of its own.
What the heck?
Yeah, I found that shit at 200K. Now it's at 2 million.
Did you see Elon tweet that dog picture like 2 days ago and it went to fucking like a ridiculous amount of market cap? That was crazy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That you're referring to the wolf, not the dog.
Yeah,
You're talking about the DYOR, right? Right?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing. So I think that the thing is, I think the information is powerful. And honestly, one of the reasons why Elon Musk owns Twitter because he understands that he has leverage on everything because he's obviously the main puppet. But everybody else that has a blue check, essentially, even if you're following people, not like and that's not like YouTube where you can click on post notifications and have the bell on, because technically speaking, even if you're following like let's say 700 people and someone tweets something of importance, it's going to be lost in the aggregation of your actual algo coming in. Like it's just going to be lost in sauce unless you have it like directly from another API just grabbing it. And so you find out about this information like basically a lot later. And so since the exit thing is there, it helps you not only as a trader but as a dev be like, oh shit, this has already got meta behind it. And before they even find out the quote unquote real one, what is the real one anyways? The one that has the highest market cap. There's no solidification on which one's the real one, right?
yeah,
Unless there's actually a celebrity person who dropped. Unless there's a celebrity who dropped, something in it.
exactly, precisely. Yeah. God, it's Houdini starts taking forever today. I do have
Currently, are
some
you doing
some
private?
some. Yeah, I'm doing private. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, private sometimes
yeah,
does take about half an
yeah,
hour sometimes. So, if I'm not mistaken, you are just funding the dev wallet with that Houdini swap.
yeah. Correct. I already have. Can you see my screen?
Yep, loud and clear. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Yep. See, I see you age your wallets. Are they all cool, cool, cool? And they're all seasoned.
Yep, they're all season aged. Yep,
And do
all
me a
good.
solid while we're in here. Let's go into settings and let's just double check our proxy settings. Let's go to advanced on the bottom.
Sure.
And then let's go ahead and hit the test speed. Okay, so let's its IP is. Let me just check on that because I know earlier this morning, Pixel Labs was telling me I need to add in more IP. So why don't you give me your
Okay.
IP so I can go ahead and re-add you in there?
So here's my IP right here.
1 second. So okay, what is it? Oh, you sent it to
Yeah.
me.
Can you see my screen? I have it up on my screen right now.
Hold on. It's like cropped. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
Uh,
I could just send it.
yeah, if you just send me that, or just actually, hold on, I have an idea. 1 second. Uh, okay, let me do this one. 38,102, 0.9.254. And you're in Virginia, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, what was the IP again?
I just sent it to you in a direct message. It's
Oh, okay.
23.140.8.133.
23.140.8 point what?
133.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty. So I got 23.140.8.133 on Ashburn. Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Cool. Now you should go back to um, Pixel Labs. I'm sorry,
Back in there,
Penguin. And
settings,
let's
go
yeah,
back.
it might take like 2 to 3 minutes for it to flick on it. But let's just wait for it to turn back on. That sometimes
And then
take
I
about
have my private keys loaded up from my developer wallet in the Funder wallet in the the actual main wallet. But it's not registering right now. When I hit refresh up here, you see that?
um yes, this is because the RPC node is
Yeah,
currently deactivated, not connecting to. So basically, I wanted you to understand this because by also having more education and leverage, you'll have understanding of even the programming of things. But when they program these things, the developers usually have two options. For the most part, one will be to use the R. Well, you definitely have to use RPC because it connects to Solana to basically control. If you go to, for example, the front part where you're doing your launches,
right.
the first button. You go to the first one real quick. Yeah. So, like, so not that. Actually, the second one. Yeah. So all that information there, all this information, essentially, has been pulled in through the connection of your node. So the node essentially is going to tell the bot what your price level is, the P&Ls, like pretty much it keeps it in check. But also, while it's doing that, sometimes, depending on what mode you're doing, like you're doing Blizzard, it's also at the same time firing off into the contract. So it's literally using the RPC for that purpose as well. Now, some bundlers and also yours as well too, depending on which one mode you go to. For example, if you go to scroll up, I'll give you the idea. So yeah, because all these are deadly. I'm just gonna give you an idea of how and when to use and all that stuff. So first, for example, Surf. A lot of people use Surf. The reason why they use Surf is because it does a Jito and it does a delay. So let's say, for example, you're doing like 10 soul, right? Or 20 soul. Or let's say 20 soul, right? So if you're doing 20 soul, instead of it coming in instantly in one batch, like boom, grabbing the supply as fast as possible, like Blizzard does, what Surf does is it makes the buys come in over like a quarter of 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, and then it spreads out the buys. Now, theoretically speaking, you have pros and cons here. Pros is that the charts look healthy. It looks like someone dropped the CA and it organically was just buys from an alpha group. That's what it looks like, right? From a chart perspective. Now, from a Neo Bullix perspective, however, and maybe from a bubble map perspective, depending on like the version 2 that just came out, there might be like connection points when it comes to the actual CEX or whatever exchange you use to actually get the money to the account. That's a whole other story. But as far as the charts looking quote unquote healthy enough, as far as instead of like one big green line, it looked like multiple green lines going up, right? So that's that. It helps bring in FOMO, especially if you did what you did, bring into a project which has somewhat of demand to it, and you basically finesse it like that. Perfect. Now the cons though. The cons of this, however, is that the people like myself, I have sniper bots, I have a very fast node, I can technically get in between those wallets if I am looking for them. So theoretically, it would mean that. Oh, sorry. My wife's calling. Let me pick up this call real quick, okay, brother? 1 second.
Everything's
Beautiful.
right.
Looks like you got the RPC now. It's a test. It looks like it's working now.
Yep.
If we go back to the settings, does it show up in our test nodes? Yep, it's green. It's a green. Bing, bing. Okay, cool. Um, cool. So we're activated on that portion. So that's how you know. By the way, that just like whenever you see something with the app where it might not be giving you data for some reason, like the wallets, for example, then always look into the testing the node to see if it's inactive because that might probably be the issue.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, as you can see, I have 10.4 still on the main wallet,
Oh
about
yeah.
0.95 in the to do that,
Okay.
guys. So I'm set up, ready to
Beautiful.
go. Proxies loaded, ready to go.
Proxies are
Everything's ready.
loaded. Cool. So how many? Let's see here. First, before you go out of that menu, we have the dev buy coming in at it says 0.3, and
Yeah.
the minimum buy at 0.2, minimum max 0.3. What's your wallet spread on each of them?
Right now, I mean, I can spread. I mean, I can randomize that. I mean, it could probably go up a little bit more, especially with the amount of
Yeah. Oh,
Solana.
well, let's fund them now. So you can do 5 wallets. So let's fund the wallets first, and then from that point on, we can then give the minimum and maximum buy ranges from that point on, and also set our slippage up so that way we make sure that they fire in accordingly.
Cool. So let's just do like 0.5 Solana each into all of them.
Okay. And the great thing
Cool.
about Penguin here, is that we have the ability to literally set the limiting prior to the contract starting, which I don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I want to be humble, but I feel like I'm the one that told him to do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, you
Yeah.
know how deadly it would be if we'd be able to set the limiters? Like, think about a game that started and then the determination of the endpoint is already determined prior to you coming in. So a lot of these snipers fight for the position and all of a sudden get limited out, not realizing there was a booby trap from the jump.
Yeah. And I have a question for you, Warren.
Yeah.
So I was talking to some of the people in the Penguin Tools Discord. There, we were talking about, in order for a project to be successful and kind of the pre-cookup, right, the pre-production phase,
Uh-huh.
we were talking about volume bots and then using the bumping bot. Can you kind of talk about the advantages and disadvantages of those? And then is there a distinct difference between a traditional volume bot, right, where you have
Yeah.
buys and sells, versus a bumping bot that's specifically designed to bump your project on Pump Fund, right?
Exactly. It is. It is designed to do your to doing your fund. So basically, when it comes down to it, you have two different things. The bump it specifically will send the notifications specifically to users using two or three things. One, you have the desktop app users on iOS and Android that literally are on the pump.fun actual literally app, right? Yeah, those projects are continuously being bumped up as transactions are being sent to them. The problem with those things, though, is that if you're not seeing continuous growth and you're just simply seeing a one candle that's just staying still, it's simply, especially with the tools that we have to our dismay now with be bullets and all that stuff, it just shows botted. Simple as that, and people are not going to jump into it. So, volume per se, whether it's real volume or it's fake volume, comes off as there's actually a real particular project here. Now, the thing about it here is if you use your leverage to something, for example, if you use like this is why I think X liquidity is perfect for leveraging demand on coins, because you can theoretically go in there, filter search for like imagery. Like last night before I went to bed, I actually found another center. What was it? Oh yeah. All right, this is a perfect example. Okay, so some random dude on TikTok,
Mhm.
it was they started doing some weird shits with ice, and they started like he's black, and he's literally and people just called him ice nigga. And it just started going wild because I got the feed in my X liquidity, and then it showed literally the original post. The original post was at 1 million. He was like his Twitter or his TikTok, sorry, was going crazy. So then boom, coins came out, and I think the first coin went to like 75,000, some shit like that. But what happens is if you're able to drop a demand behind something, so essentially as soon as the coin is dropped, there is some type of news feed or some type of indication to be like, oh, there's a reason to hold. Because theoretically what happens is the bots come in and they have basically a 4 to 5 or maybe 7 second pause on profitability. So if they don't profit a certain amount of percentage by a certain time, they just exit automatically. And so those FOMO buys are kind of important to hold because people just stay stacked on top of each other, right? So
Yeah.
that fake sense of volume is what I consider the DeFi way of Google Ads. Because theoretically, you're going to have to spend some type of transaction fees and also along with liquidity to be able to sustain this fake volume, right? By the same token, you know, pun intended. But at the same token, if you gotta look at the metrics when it comes to specifically neobulics and a lot of different like GMGN, for example, that are already giving you people the plays of those volumes. So if the volume bots come in and they're not looking like they're doing worse to the chart from a behind the scenes perspective as far as how the liquidity was actually brought to the wallet to begin with because the new V2's updates, it's not going to be very, beneficial for you. However, if you have a volume bot that is outside of that and it looks like it can substand X's, insider or rat circle, wallets and, things like that are bot wallets. If you have a volume bot that can outstand that, and then that's a different story. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10 people don't have that. So they're just coming up with some regular bundler volume thing that didn't work in 2023 or early 24, but doesn't work in 25.
Great knowledge there. I appreciate that because
Sorry,
that
it
was
was a
one of my
long,
main.
it was a little fuckload.
No, not at all, Warren. I feel like that was great, especially the part about the the bots and the being triggered to basically jump in and jump out of a project if there's no profit, within that 4 to 7 second window, right?
Yeah, I got
So
him. I got him right here. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, and that's why I love teeter and tottering back and forth from the sniper world and the blunder world, because at the end of the day, it's all PvP. So if you're able to do both, you're able to tell, like, hey, these guys are doing that. Hey, these guys are doing this. But what I do respect, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. What I do respect when it comes to sniper boys is they are, when it comes to quote unquote demand, they show the true excellence of that, because I don't know very many bundler communities that create NFTs and then their quote unquote software, their bot, their sauce lies behind only a certain amount of people that are only have this particular software and the market goes up. You'll never find that in the bubble world. They're just selling lifetime licenses left and right, and then updating it from what the snipers are doing. Where the snipers are gated like heavily. If you go in there, you can't just go onto a regular website and buy a sniper tool. You got to buy the Magic Eden tool, and then you get the utility, and then now you got the bot, and now everything they're doing behind the scenes is like with the to get amongst against us. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah, I got you. So you got the wallets in there, the balance 0.5. So just for future references, I mean, you're cool right now. You've done some tests before, but I would always recommend that you balance these out a little offset. Instead of 5.555. I mean, like right now you got you're cool, but like for future references, maybe 5.3, 5.9. You know what I'm saying? Like, because think about it, 5 people come to the wallet at 5.5 all each. It's just easy metric to assess if you're a sniper trying to mitigate from this situation. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take very long for a sniper with a good node to detect that 5 wallets came in with 0.5 and to make themselves a blacklist. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to know that for future references. At the end of the day, the game is to bring as much FOMO from the world as possible. But yeah, we got the Trojan, Bloom, Phantom, Bullets. Cool. So now let's go back to our settings real quick. And let's see, the dev buy is going to be a 0.3. Okay, the max buy. So I would say let's do 0.29 to 0.4. Maybe 0.43 maybe. And we're gonna put the slippage to, yeah, you're good. 75, yeah, they're gonna hit for sure, for sure, yeah. I would, yeah, let's do that. I think we're good. So the matter of this is what type of coin are you gonna do this now? Like, I'm curious on that.
I'm going to give you a little bit of sauce right now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of why I'm testing this and why I'm actually on this call with you. So
Okay.
right now, I'm actually building a community around this coin. I'm not going to launch now,
Yeah.
but basically, we've been working for the past 4 or 5 weeks building out this DGen Generals community,
Nice.
where basically we are going to launch this Galaxy token next Friday,
Dope.
centered around Galaxy Joe Biden. So there was a meme that came out. Let's see if I can show you. This is our trailer
And
right
if you
here.
want, I'll put this in the You too.
Okay,
I'll put your channel on there. I'll show it, bro.
I
So you get
appreciate
some
it,
more
bro.
extra liquidity. So what to
You
you.
want to see the trailer for it?
Huh?
You want to see the trailer for it?
Yeah, let's do it. I love to see.
Okay.
Oh shit, you got some branding. Oh fuck, this shit gonna be over 100K.
Did it automatically share audio, or do I have to share
You should be
inside of
straight
this?
now. I think it should automatically do it. Discord has it set up where as long as you play it.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it. Wait, do I hear it? Wait.
A world
There we
in
go.
chaos. Tariff rise, market trembles, memes dominate the battlefield. In the midst of it all, one man floats unintentionally, unbothered, and completely unaware. Space-docked Joe Biden has entered the Solana ecosystem. No plan, no clue, just vibes.
Nice. I love the fucking voiceover, bro. That's
Yeah, so
nice,
that's
bro.
the
So
original meme.
yeah.
They
Oh, I
got
got something for you, brother. Oh, I got something for you.
um,
Um, so this might help you out in the long run with your community. So check this out. Go to exitliquidity.com real quick. Now, the cool thing about Penguin, right, is that it's one of the only ones, not the only, but one of the only ones that I know that allows you to create your vanity and literally have that to your disposal at any time. So you can essentially kind of pre-market. And theoretically, then you can kind of give people the CA, and then their job is to kind of guess when it either drops, but at least the group knows the original from the fakes, you know? And this is cool. If you go to exit XIT without the E, basically exit liquidity without the E. I'm gonna show you something cool that I think will work very well for not only your project but maybe for your other endeavors as well. There you go.
see,
So now I'm going to CTO on the far left hand side, and if you want, click on actually, you know what, my bad. Go to home real quick and then click on a CA real quick. You got to copy a CA first. So scroll down and find a CA that you like. And the way you find it is it's in the there you go. It's all you gotta do is all you gotta do is easy for you. Just click on it once.
oh, that's it. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
that's it's copied. You click on CTO, and then you can paste it there, and then hit enter. So what happens here is this creates basically a form of what Telegram used to be. This is a non-biased way where people can essentially create CTO groups, and the group cannot be deleted. The history cannot be deleted. And there's no one controlling it besides the anomaly of the DeFi, just non-decentralized. And you can trade from it. If you double click on that little CA, click on that, double click up above it, double click on it, the charts will come up. So people could be talking in the room. They can look at the charts. They can look at the order book in the top right corner. See the order book, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you see in the Telegram is done here. You know, the only thing is not maybe a music bot, but you can have your own fucking music. And when it comes down to it, what really makes it more powerful too is that if you wanted to, you can have this just not only people in your community, or you can have specific inner site circles. So that way, if you're running plays, like you have like maybe a call, they could be in this inside circle play where you got the extra liquidity on the Telegram, but then people are coming in like, all right, guys, we're dropping this. So like, you know, you could use this in so much different ways, but at least you have full hands control on the charts and ways to basically trade right there on the spot and talk.
That's crazy. I love that.
What's that?
That's a great tool.
Yeah, you know, it's like I say, you know, just trying to innovate shit that people will be able to basically print from. And I always hated basically a situation when I'm in a group and all of a sudden, like, it just like the admin either deletes it, or, you know, you go to a situation where you're trying to hope, like, damn, I hope there's a group. You go to the group, there's a fucking channel, and then the channel takes you to some type of like random person trying to fish your fucking password, some Telegram bot shit. And so I was like tired of that shit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me create something non-biased that people can use, and that way it's private too. So you don't know. There's not like a place where it says this room, this room, this room, this room, this room. As long as you know the CA, it's a private situation where you might jump into a room that has like 500 people in there talking, but unless you knew the CA, it's in that exit room. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Next level shit
Wow.
on that 2025, 2026 shit.
That's a great tool. I'm definitely going to use that.
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of
awesome.
case studies that could be used from it. Like I'm just bringing it to the DeFi zones now, but like honestly, I'm surprised the pump fund didn't think of this shit because it's a win-win. But whatever.
So I definitely have to look at this website a little bit more. I didn't even realize that, like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
fucking been
cool.
coding my ass off. Yeah, I haven't dropped the token yet, but the way the token will do basically is to keep people buying it. All it will do is it'll give you access to the instant calls in the Discord. That's it. So if you hold like maybe 50,000 or something, you'll get access to the webhook. So before it gets to the website, it gets to the webhook first, and then the website publishes every 1 minute. So if you go to the home right now, for example,
Yeah.
and if you, for example, go to this trending CAs and double click on that one on the far right side. Versus trending CAs. Click on one. Yeah, double click on that. And then this is gonna pull up like a CA address that potentially is trending just because there's a lot of people talking about it. And when I say a lot of people, I have currently like 30 sources. I'm planning on having probably like 500 sources by the end of the week, but basically those sources are always being collected into that feed, and it's being filtered by pump. So if you scroll down, for example, I'll show you. Scroll down a little bit. All these right here are literally news that are coming in the last 2-3 minutes, and the feed updates every one minute. So I have made a deal with this company that has another deal with Twitter, and as you may or may not know, Twitter charges $5,000 a month to have access to this. I got it for $200. So I'm paying like $200 in the back end a month to have instant access to everything Twitter has. So basically, as long as I keep adding more and more material, it'll bring it instantly every minute. And so this is how you can find shit like using Green Aura, all this shit. You can find projects that are already sending before they already become copied, and a lot of these projects are honestly already Dex paid anyways. So you can just fucking rip the fucking Dex screener anyways. By the way, go to the very top. Let me show you something cool. If you go very top, you see it says all filters right there in the middle. Click on that. Click to go images. Now scroll down. It'll only show you the posts that have images. So that way, if you're a guy that is more visual, then you'll just get image paste. But if you don't want to be dazzled by the imagery and just buy just like statistics, then you can do all of them. Yeah, I'm cooking, man. And then eventually all that stuff up top, like Alpha CTO, it'll be free. Right now it says premium, but I'm working on like individual feeds for them. So eventually, what I'm gonna have it set up when the coin launches, not only will you get access to the Discord for the instant hooks, but what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to essentially create your own custom feeds. So like if you want to track people, whatever, I'll add it to the main source feed, right? And then now you have access to it along with everybody. It just gives you more leverage.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, man, just cooking. But I think this is gonna be good for both sides, especially the devs, because like I said, you can go through here and find real demand, and your market cap's coming down 2,000-3,000 with multiple wallets, like you're seeing. So if you get that person that leverages in, looks at why the coin's even existent, like that ice nigga one I found yesterday, people are like, oh, I get it. Yeah. I see there why a reason it could go to 50, 60 market cap. Now, to anybody else in the world, 60,000 market cap is fucking ridiculously low. But for a person that just bundle in 7 SOL and wallets, that's like a good fucking profit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you want to leverage with that,
Yeah. That's cool. Appreciate you, Warren.
Absolutely. My pleasure, brother. Anytime.
So yeah, I mean, everything's set up. I was just gonna look for try to catch a quick meta, see if I can catch something on your Twitter bot here, and see if I can just copy an image and maybe
I got
just run with something.
I got an idea for you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What we could do? I was thinking about this idea earlier. Let me see if I can cook it up for you real quick here.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and randomize these walls a little bit.
Okay. You go on creative tools, you can basically go to this thing called Reeve, R-E-V-E. It's like next level type shit.
Still counting.
Basically uses this model language that like let me share my screen. Like this is crazy. Let me just share real quick here with you.
There you go.
All right. Screens, go live. All right, cool. Let me know if you see my screen now. I put Trump in the bed with a whole bunch of penguins.
Let me see. Yeah, I can see it.
You see that shit?
Yeah.
So I have an idea that might work here. We could possibly do the same thing that happened with the like LeBron coin, or whatever. I mean, yeah, little Barbie. Call it like it has to be like something Barbie, and love Barbie is cool because love kind of is like the. If we could find like what is it like Trump is like Don Barbie. Oh, Don Barbie. Like Don, because people forgot his first name's fucking really Donald. So Don Barbie. All right, let's first see if we can find an image that could work for us. So first thing first, 16:9. It's gonna be the width, and it should be 16:9. Or should be vertical. Do you think we should make it vertical or horizontal? What do you think?
Probably horizontal.
Horizontal.
What do you think? Yeah.
Cool. I got you. All right, so we'll do 9:16. We'll do like 8 images. All right, cool. So a Barbie doll figure of Donald Trump in a pink skirt shopping. Doll action figure. Let's see what we're coming up with, man. So here we go. This thing's been pretty like nonstop progressive, and it's been fast so far. So we'll see. I'm pretty excited to see what happens here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, we gotta fucking put some tariffs on that shit though, and make it go ham though.
Yes. Oh my god, bro.
Yo. Yes. This is not crazy. All right. They blurred this motherfucker out. This must be that bad. How they blurred this shit out. All right, so yeah, we got ourselves. I think that like, damn, they fucking got him like, wow. Okay, so we got. Do you want to put tariffs on that? This one looks like goaded.
Yeah,
I think this is like goaded. You might want to fuck around and leave one wallet in there in case this gets CTO later today and goes to like 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, that's crazy.
should we fuck with this?
Yeah, let's fuck with it.
Let's fuck with this. I think that anybody seeing this shit like is just automatically like, oh, what the fuck? You know? All right, cool. I'm gonna save this shit for you, bro, and I'm gonna send it to you. All right, cool. Bam. We literally just cooked up. Watch this shit go to fucking like 300,000. Too much.
Yo,
I got what you need. All right, there we go. Send. Bam. You want to call? I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah, let's try. I'm gonna save this image.
that shit is hard. Don Barbie. God. And that's the thing though, man. Like the thing about these is a lot of people on the other side don't give a fuck about branding. They don't give a fuck about traction. They just want to make money and print. That literally is diversifying a sniper from having like literally no emotions to a person that's trying to fuck with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? It's two different worlds. You know what I'm saying?
So let's call it. Darn, I'm trying to think of the name. Don. It's gotta be Don Barbie and call it. Dang, bro.
Don Barbie, right?
Yeah, Barbie. Yeah, Don Barbie. You can call it Barbie.
Yeah, Don Barbie.
Yeah.
Yo, this is actually. You know what? Let me see if I could fucking Ooh. Remember I was telling you about the whole fucking deck screener shit?
Yeah.
This will be a good time. Let me try to see if I can get you another image that is deck screenable. um, and then you can say deck screen is paid. But what I'll do, damn, I need a fucking. All right, hold on. I got you. We'll just do this. Hold on. All right, this and prompts. All right, down, without prompt. All right, cool. Copy this. Okay. And let's go back in here and let's fucking cook this out. We're going to make this shit. Bam. So what I'm doing is you got your like image for pump for the actual token, but like if you wanted to, you could also drop like this particular horizontal image, and it could be basically representation of the deck screener. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I gotta do though is the 16 by 9 is one thing, but like this is beautiful. If you see this shit right here, I think this looks better than the other one we sent. You see this is hard.
I see it.
You see it?
That junk. That junk is funny.
Do you
Oh
think this
my
is a little fire than
god.
the other one, right? I mean, the other one's
Yeah.
pretty cool too. Don't get me wrong, but this one right here, like, almost looks like it's real as fuck. They like, I don't know if anybody can say that it looks. I mean, obviously, we got to the point where AI is this is this. That's why I fucking picked this site for people to see. No one really knows it. It's like 1,500 people, and they all they want to do is fucking throw fucking walls to the wall. They don't want to really cook. Like, say like I've been giving the sauce out practically there for free. Like, this is a free software to use too. Reeve.
Great.
I saw this shit on Twitter feed. I was like, oh, yep, grabbing that. That's mine. So I guess the question is, do you want to make? Okay, so I can technically do this. I'm not gonna cap. Like, so right here we have about what time? Because I do have another 1-on-1. I got and another 10 minutes. I got to jump into the call, but theoretically, what needs to happen is it needs to have like a vertical image and a horizontal image, right? I think we can just throw this image up there and just say Dex image because theoretically, you know, the Dex should be better. I need a little bit more time to code that little Dex thing tool, but I will code it up and execute it later tonight, so that way, you know, people like yourself can go in there quickly, create something on Reeve, and then
Yeah.
literally bring it into this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if Reeve has an API, because if it does, then I'll just bring the whole Reeve into my fucking exit liquidity. You know what I'm saying? If they got an API, then it's game over. Like they don't have no idea. Uh, I gotta look and research on that, but yeah, basically, in a nutshell, you gotta go into Reeve, cook it up, and then you'll be able to go to exit liquidity, and then basically market it out with the crops. But for now, what we can do is just give you an image, right? That will just basically work for like a potential. So let's see here. Maybe we should go with, I would say this one. Yep. Download that one and Discord. All right. Go back there and send this to you. All right. So again, this is just you can say like Dex, Dex, being paid for right now or something like that, and throw that image in there, and then that way, it hopefully will send a lot more FOMO buys too. But just have your dev wallet already connected into Phantom, so that way it's presumptually already like ready to create comments on Pump by the time you launch. Because you might just sell the dev wallet. You never know. This shit might send. You want to take advantage of all time highs at all time high. So when you drop this imagery and you start the project, it might send on its own. We'll never know, but we'll see. Basically, when you drop the project and get in position, if it starts to build its own like graph like volume organically, then you might just want to be like sell all and then maybe do a little small quick buy in a small, just a dev buy in small amount of it, and then just stay back, because then you profit all of your bundles, and then there's a small dev in there to the point where they don't feel uncomfortable, but they say like, shit, this could be a sender, but you still want to profit off those snipers though. You know what I'm saying? This is still a profit game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I got it loaded up. Just for the description, should I just leave everything else blank, basically?
Yeah. Let me see your screen again. I'm gonna stop sharing mine. So I can see yours again.
Because I know you got another call here in a second.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing, brother. Go ahead and share your screen. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I got it now. Okay, dokie. So yeah, so now you can just go ahead and fill the details out within your Penguin software. Perfect. Got
Oh,
the
I gotta drop.
imagery. So yeah, you're gonna be using the vertical one too. But yeah, now you see how powerful that is, right? Like,
Yeah. I,
and it all starts with knowing literally where the demand is. Like literally, we're leveraging community sentiment. One of the things that I'm not sure if I showed you on there, but also on the exit liquidity is if you click on the community settlement icon, allows you to literally check for verified Twitter accounts that are actually talking about that particular CA. So therefore, it's not just ball. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's a little like little sauce here.
yeah.
I know a guy. You could do this for plenty of people, but if you have like a team of shillers specifically that are like blue check guys, you drop a project, you immediately have them drop a post on their own verified account. So that way what happens is these Twitter bots start to look into also the same thing that I'm showing you as well from the outside perspective. Manually, you're going into X liquidity, clicking on community settlement, and then looking for verified checks and sorry, verified people to basically they're talking about the project. Whereas on the API of actually a sniper, they're going in through scraping and being able to detect this information a lot faster. So if you're able to supply, for example, 10, 15, 20 verified people, even if they only have 100, 200, followers, but if they're verified and they literally are talking about the CA all at once while it drops, it literally is verification on verification for more FOMO. And it doesn't take that much money. I know these guys in Africa, literally, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, just have a verified blue check. They'll do it for like $10 or $20 for like 5 people, like it's pennies. All you got to have that is that alongside with your launch, and
Yeah.
it basically helps the boost before you even know it. Just a little side tip. You don't have to do, obviously we don't have that right now, but it's just a little help in your boost as far as FOMO comes in.
Okay. Let me get on my onto Pump Fund real quick, and then we'll be all set to go.
Beautiful.
Here's my dev wallet. Make sure that's connected. Awesome. All right, so we're good there. Now I'll go back to my bundler. All right, so we're all set there. So what else do we need to fill in here?
Um, so, um, so, so maybe we can have in descriptions, just say, CTO, like, I don't know, if you, do you want to say CTO or do you want to say, yeah, just be like, oh, yeah, type CTO, fuck it. If you want CTO, drop the dev wallet, like literally sell the dev wallet immediately, right? Drop the project CTO, sell the dev wallet immediately. But with the dev wallet, comment. You can still comment on the project with the like playing for boom. That way you can say here, deck screener, you're welcome. That's it. And then it basically it's like it's there for the community. There's no, even if the dev has other walls in it, it's literally set in stone. The community to take over, and the images basically gives narrative to what's already at freaking 2-3 million rising currently on with the LeBron thing.
That's good.
You create a demand within imagery.
All right, I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Save changes. We're gonna do. You recommend Blizzard or Surf on this one?
I would definitely do Blizzard because your mounts are coming in smaller. You just want to get them positioned in as much as fast as possible. But you know what you could possibly do is set your auto sell beta. You can do to not don't do, include dev wallet actually, but just do sell at a target USD. So what's going to happen is if you get buy pressure, automatically your bundles will sell for profit, and then your dev will stay in. So what I would do is maybe set that up for like Souls is so low right now. Maybe so 10,000 or 11, 12, or 14,000 market cap. And if you get the bundles of
Oh,
there, they'll sell out automatically, giving you probably like 3, 4, sold 5 sold profits in each of them, and then keeping the dev in there for a long ride to hopefully hit the wow.
that's so crazy. I'll update you after this, after we get off here, and let you know what happened for sure.
Absolutely. To make sure that you have to hit enable, however, on the top right corner when it says an auto sale in order for to enable that auto feature, because what's happening is you're telling the bot to essentially set limiters specifically to those bundler wallets when they get to that market cap when the project launches by only clicking on
Okay.
enable there.
Oh, you have to enter the market cap. I got you. Okay, cool. So 16,000, right?
Yep.
And then
You
enable.
just put 1,600.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's 1,600. Just FYI. Cool.
Oh, yeah,
Now what
16.
happens is when it gets to 16,000 mark cap, those bundler wallets will immediately sell. The dev will stay in, which is cool. The dev can stay in. You don't have too much crazy percentage, and you just drop both imagers in there for you, so it allows people to literally cook with it. Because no one's gonna know what we did. The source. We're not gonna say go to Reeve.art. You'll say. Then it's like, oh shit, it looks like a real fucking like Trump coin, because probably Trump will do some shit like that. And all of a sudden, the great thing about it is we got to figure out how to fucking create some type of like fake news, like CNN site that we can just consistently just like publish to, because it'll be great leverage to people go to these CNN like published news, and it's just LARP.
Exactly.
I can create that too. I just gotta get these ideas in my head, and it happens.
Yeah. I appreciate your time, Warren, man.
Absolutely. Once you go ahead and cook this out, we're gonna see this on the fucking front page of fucking Front Fun as trending, and I'll know like, damn you.
You have a great rest of your day, brother.
And if not that, we're gonna see a shitload of Barbies coming after this. Either way, you're about to start a fucking meta. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, brother. Have a wonderful, blessed day.
All right. Peace.
Bye bye.